This is Miss Janys Chiron. She's an amazing teacher and an inspiration for her students as well as other teachers who work with her. She's a friend of mine and a good colleague. So for the students of MIS, she would like to have a good time with you students. So just see, experience for yourself. Thank you.
Butterfly, a life cycle of the butterfly. Now this looks a little bit different because it doesn't actually have an author like it's non-fiction book, but it does have somebody that's written it. Can anyone see the name of the person who wrote this story? Yes. Ava. The name. Lay the eggs. Does this bird turn back into the eggs? No. This bird lays the eggs and then this whole cycle starts again. There were animals before, and we said that some animals are mammals and they give birth to live babies. A pig is that type of animal. So remember before we spoke about that some animals give birth to eggs and some animals give birth to live babies. Is a pig one of those animals that gives birth to a live baby?
Yes.
And what did I say that those animals were called? The saber? Mammals. We said that they were mammals. So we can see this is the baby inside the pig's belly. Then the pig is born. Then it is, does anyone remember what it's called when it's a baby pig? Like a sheep is a lamb. Okay, so yeah, piglets. And then we have the mother pig here. This piglet turns into a mother pig and then the cycle starts all over again. Butterfly is an animal and a butterfly also has a life cycle. Just like the bird, just like the pig, it also has its own special life cycle. So the question is, how does a butterfly begin life? At first, a butterfly is a tiny what? Egg. The tiny egg is one of many eggs. These 4 photos here show a hatching a few weeks after an adult butterfly laid the egg. So we can see here the first picture of the egg, the second picture is starting to come out, the third picture has come out even more, the fourth picture is out even more, and then the fifth picture is completely out of the egg. An adult butterfly laid this egg on what? What are the butterfly? Are they laying it on shoes? Are they laying it on a chair? No. What are they laying it on a leaf? So next, a larvae caterpillar. Next question is, how does a butterfly grow? The caterpillar grows very quickly. The caterpillar grows quickly because it eats such a large amount of food. The caterpillar spends most or all of its time searching for food. That's all it's doing. Just looking for food, like the hungry caterpillar in the book we read. Then the caterpillar attaches to a leaf or a twig, and then a change starts to happen. What do you think that this caterpillar is going to do, Imran? It's going to go into a cocoon. So this caterpillar will soon change form. Is it just going to change form hanging on the tree like that? No. What's it going to do first, Nasaba?
After a few weeks and after it's going to turn into a butterfly.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to turn into a cocoon, and then the changes are going to take place inside the cocoon, and then it's going to emerge as what, Ilhan? It's going to come out as a butterfly. After attaching to the twig, the caterpillar sheds its skin for the last time. Then the caterpillar grows a hard shell. So this is the pupa and the hard shell, and this is the chrysalis. Inside the shell is a pupa. the pupa becomes an adult butterfly. So you can see the sequence of events here, just like we saw back then with the larvae coming out of the egg. This is the pupa coming out of the chrysalis, and you can see the different stages of it coming out. What does an adult butterfly do? At first, the adult butterfly has wet wings. After the wings are dry, the butterfly can fly. An adult butterfly lays eggs, and soon larvae will hatch from the eggs. So this is a female butterfly here, laying her very own eggs. How long do butterflies live? Many butterflies live about 2 weeks long. Conclusion. A butterfly is an animal. A butterfly has a life cycle, and this is the life cycle here. Now, we've been doing conclusions in our informative writing. I want you to think of the fact I just told you about how long the butterfly lives. What could this person have added to their conclusion to make it even more interesting? Rahma. Page at the back. Now, you don't have these in your picture story books. This is something that we just have in books that gives us facts. This is called a glossary. Does anyone know what we use glossaries for? They're really, really informative information. Information about that. They come from what? Eggs. And what are they next? After they hatch out of the egg, what actually are they, the saber? Well, they're also the mealworm. So we can use the word mealworm and larvae to mean the same thing. Just like cocoon and chrysalis mean the same thing. Now, what happens to them? This is a big picture of all of the larvae, just like when we first started looking in our book, in the box of the beetles. But then what happens to them? I don't have a picture. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Then what actually happens to them? I've got 3 pictures here. I've got a picture of the mealworm or the larvae. What's going to happen to them next is they're going to go into this white shell. Now, does anyone remember what we call them when they go into the white shell? It's the same name as the butterfly. It's not the cocoon, it's something that starts with a sound, a saber. Yes, Abdulmajid, I was about to get you. So what's going to happen to our mealworms next is they're actually going to go into like a little cocoon, like our butterfly. And what's going to happen is they're going to change when they're inside that pupa. What do you think, looking at this picture, they're going to come out as when they burst out of that pupa stage? Abdulmajid. Not a butterfly. Look at the picture I've got here. What is it going to turn into? Imra.
A beetle.
It's going to turn into this beetle here. Okay? This beetle is called a darkling beetle. But does this beetle look very dark?
No.
Can you see the word here? Young beetle. This is when it first pops out. Okay? When it first pops out, it's going to look like a light colour here. And then what's going to happen to it? It's going to become a different colour. It's going to become this dark brown colour. So just like our butterfly, our mealworms that we've got there are going to undergo metamorphosis, and they're going to change completely from the larvae, which is the long mealworm, to a pupa. And then the last thing will be a beetle or a darkling